Hi, myself Apurva Jyoti. Today we are going to know more detailedly about basket makers. Till last class we have seen how many bundles they get raw material, how many baskets they sell, how many baskets they make, from what time to what time they make, what they do in between taking the breaks, and what all the problems they face, in which type of area they live, and all we have learned. Now, basket makers detailedly will learn. People of Yerukula tribe are usually involved in basket making and live in different parts of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. They are called Yerukula. So, you're seeing the basket maker there, right? The people who makes basket, they mostly belongs to Yerukula, one of the tribal community, and are involved in what they are involved in making baskets. Like they'll be their occupation is making baskets, and they belong to which tribe community? Erukula tribal community. So they live in different parts of Telangana, not only in Hyderabad or somewhere else. They live in different parts of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. They are called Erukula after their women traditional profession of fortune telling. Eruka chepta. So they are women, means there'll be men will be making what? Most of the men, they'll be making baskets. And they are also called as erukula. Why? Because they're women, they go to door and they'll be telling that will be telling your fortune. Means eruku chepta, means whatever we know about your future will be telling you. That is their traditional profession. సోది చెప్తాను. They'll be coming and telling, no, the woman will be catching a basket and a stick and she'll be telling about little bit about our future. ఎరుకు చెప్తా, సోది it's called. People of this tribe speak Yerukula Bhasha, means the people of this Yerukula tribal community, they speak what language? Yerukula Bhasha. Words from Telugu, Tamil, Kannada language are used in this language. So, teacher, what is this Erikula Bhasha? Means the words from Telugu, Tamil, Kannada, all these three languages, words they use as their language. In their language. By now, you have learned that goods such as basket made of bamboo and ether chettu require simple production using very few material, mostly made of natural resources. Yes, we have seen baskets are made using the leaves of palm leaves. After cutting them with the knife, they shave that spines and they dry. With simple raw material, they'll be making this baskets using bamboo and ether chettu leaves, right? Using very few material, mostly made of natural resources. Yes, are they using any artificial material like machinery or something? No, only natural material like leaves and all they are using. There are many other goods which require raw material to be processed in more complex way with complex tools. So there are many other goods like different making of bags, jute bags and all. What they need, there are many other goods which require raw material to be processed. Means suppose in order to make uh, sugar cane, sugar, in order to make sugar, first they have to cut the sugar cane, they have to crush that. After crushing, what all the crystals are there, they have to refine. Means there are different process. But here, for making these baskets, directly they get the raw material, simple raw material, and they make easily. There is no difficult way or difficult stages to make, right? Or they don't use different difficult tools to be handled. Simple way they'll be making. Cloth material made of cotton and silk are examples of such goods. Like suppose cotton or silk, silkworm, after oozing out silk, the silkworm ooze out, after that we have to collect, we have to refine that and all. Cotton, if you take cotton, we have to cut the flower, we have to remove the seed, we have to send to the go down, from there to the refineries to make it pure. Like that, different stages will be there. It will be very difficult, right? But here for basket making, it is not so difficult like that. They use simple tools with simple raw material and they make. Cloth can be manufactured today either in hand operated looms or by power looms or in large mills. Yes, cloth nowadays, in before days only hand looms they use, but nowadays hand looms can be used or power looms like machinery can be used, or in large big mills also in a simple way they can do. We will study here how it is produced by handloom weavers. So in the part 2 we are going to learn how we are going to you make this cloth using these power looms, hand looms. How are the hand looms weaver making the cloth, what are the problems they face, how much income they earn, what are the benefits they get out of this, and all we are going to learn in the part 2. Right, till now we have learned how the basket makers have migrated from Andugula village to Hyderabad. Where do they sell their baskets, how many baskets they make, how much income they earn, what are the problems they are facing, what are their difficulties in staying in that slum areas, everything we have learned. So in the part 2 we are going to learn about handloom weavers in Pochampalli, what are the problems, how are they going to earn the income, what sort of facilities government will provide them, what sort of help will be given to them and all. If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.